What's up guys, Jacob from KillerTech here, and this is a brand new video that I did promise, of course, the Talking Tech podcast with Andy, of course, no one else, unfortunately. It's going to be kind of hard to find guests, I think, to start off with, but we're going to try and get some guests going in here at some point, and yeah. Hi Andy.
Hello. So just tell us about what is this podcast about?
Yeah, you're just like, what the fuck have you done, Jacob? You've just invited me to this. Oh god, you've just invited me to this strange thing, and like, yeah, we've been planning this, so for quite a
For
while
about
actually.
30 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. So it's a podcast, and hopefully we're going to do one every week. Hopefully get them uploaded by the end of Sunday, and we're going to talk about tech, probably a lot more gaming than we should be doing. Not actually gaming, but talking about gaming. So, but we're going to try and keep it mainly talking about tech. This is why this is called the Talking Tech Podcast, obviously. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So I think we are going to probably talk about the first topic. Yes.
The first topic, GTA 5 heists.
Yes.
Yes, so we've been playing quite a bit of GTA 5 lately. I'm mostly a Counter-Strike player, but I've been playing a lot of GTA 5 lately.
I think.
And the first week after Heist was released, that was just chaos. Like every time we got a lobby together, either one got locked out of PlayStation in the end of the mission, or we simply didn't make the mission start. It failed to download, something happened. So a really shitty first week, and then the second week people start demanding, oh, give me a higher cut. So it's kind of mixed opinion, I think, but
Yeah.
I do really like it. It's a good way to make money, and it's also some fun missions.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when, like, before Heist came out, we were just playing GTA on PlayStation, and it's just like you spend so long just farming missions again and again. It's so boring. But I think once the Heist came out, I mean, as long as there aren't some greedy bastards demanding a 25% cut,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it is good. And I just hope that they're going to add some more heists because, I mean, what, is there only like 5?
There's 5 or 6 heists at most so
Yeah,
far.
I think as long as they keep adding them, I mean, I'm sure they're not going to add soon. Well, giving the time that it took them to make them first 5 heists, I think it will take them quite a while to make some more. Just hopefully not too long.
Yeah.
I mean, even
I
if they're
mean, they
small ones.
also have to make sure that the PC version of GTA 5 and heists work smoothly at launch,
Mm.
which is in 2 weeks, not far from now. Jacob, are we getting GTA 5 for PC at the beginning,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
waiting a little bit?
I think I'll probably get it in the first day, as long as it looks decent. I mean, I think it probably is quite hard to judge a game in a day by just looking at other people's gameplay, but I think as long as it works, that's the only thing I'm bothered about. If it runs and I can actually play it, I'm not bothered. As long as it's not a shitty port, then yeah, I will be getting it.
Yes, we've experienced before. Need for Speed,
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Mm.
So yeah, but it seems like they have been doing a lot of work on the GTA 5 PC port. Like it has been almost 1.5 years
Mm.
since the original GTA 5 launch.
It doesn't seem like that
So
long though, to be
I
honest.
really expect it to be good.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I think GTA 4 port wasn't brilliant to PC, to say the least,
I've
but
never played it on PC,
I think
but
when
I
it
heard
first
about.
came out, yeah, it was not meant to be, well, brilliant. I think they were inheriting some of Ubisoft's clever, very, very fun parts. But no, I just hope it's going to be a good port because no, I just really, really, really want it to be good. Although, to be honest, I'm kind of concerned that after playing it for so long, that I won't want to get it on PC, which is the one worry
Well,
that I've got.
I mean, so far we've had fun on heists, and even now that we've kind of failed to get some missions working, like we've derped around in the new vehicles.
Yeah,
So
it's freaking awesome.
yeah, overall that update is just great. But there's some things that they have to look at. For an example, about those people leaving lobbies and
I think
yeah,
maybe if they could do, I think the problem is that if they do some kind of host migration type thing, a bit like on,
Call
obviously
of
not,
Duty.
yeah, not the host leaving, but as in like actual just people that have joined, and then maybe pausing it until you can invite somebody else in wouldn't be a bad idea. Because
Yeah,
I think the reason that they've
but
done
have
what
that
they've
as an
done,
option.
yeah, yeah, have it as an option definitely. Because I think like the way that they've done it, I see why they've done it, so that I mean everybody has a key role in these heists, and if one person leaves, then it's not possible to complete the heist. So I think they're definitely going to have the 4 people in. I think it's not possible to do it with less than 3 for most of these heists.
Mm.
But
Well,
yeah,
the setups are actually quite easy, but the heists themselves, I'm fine with requiring 4 people for them. But the setups, like so many of them could have been done with just 2 people.
yeah, I think we took quite a lot of time doing the setups, but I think that was probably just because of the constant people leaving and rejoining and
Yes.
people being crap and it not the funnest part to be honest. But I think once the servers had been made a little bit more stable, it wasn't as bad. Um,
Yeah.
but anyway, I think we should probably move on. Maybe talk about why my channel has been absolutely anally raped.
By YouTube.
Yeah.
So what did they say?
Well, it took me a while. I mean, I just come on one night, to be honest, I mean, I haven't been uploading that much over the last couple of months anyway, partly because, I mean, there's not as much stuff that I've been able to record. I've not had many ideas, and I think just school as well has kind of prevented me from being able to upload just because of the like amount of work that I've had to do. But I think, no, so I came home and I just went on my YouTube just to check my stuff, and it's like, it's not signed in. I'm like, that's weird. It normally remembers my account. It doesn't normally sign itself out. So I look into this, and oh, what do I find out? Your account has been permanently disabled, I think is what it said.
I think you said something about suspended. So
Or, yeah, permanently suspended, I think is the word they used to describe. So at first I thought it was just a mistake, maybe, a YouTube error or something. Then I looked into it more, and I'm still not 100% sure what exactly caused it. It might have been copyright, or I got this other... I don't think it was copyright, to be honest. I think it was something... I think YouTube said something about me using bots for views or something insane. But
that's just weird.
yeah, I think... Because I found this forum where it happened to lots of other people. But I don't know exactly what it was. But eventually I managed to talk to YouTube, and they're kind of hard to contact, to be honest. They kind of manipulate people in terms of what their problems are, and if you try contacting another team at Google with a different problem, then they will just completely ignore you. So yeah, but I did get my channel back, so that was the main thing. It's not all my videos, but yeah.
Yeah, but some of your videos has been taken down, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think some of that must have been to do with copyright, because when I tried to re-upload them, it actually stopped me. So I've just had to like readjust the music, and that's why some of them have been rendered twice, which really doesn't look good. And
Yeah,
it's kind of annoying, to be honest.
but
Um,
new videos, new quality.
yeah, so that's not. I mean, I've got some new video. Well, this is going to
Yeah, we
be.
we should really move on.
Yes, we should.
So
So yeah.
another topic
Another topic. Do
I
we?
want to talk about the TitanX. It's not completely new,
Uh,
but it's still quite new. So it has been released, same price point as the old Titan at $1,000 thereabouts. But there's been some more news about the Titan X itself. Of course it performs better than 980, but there's been released a new BIOS that allows you to actually increase the voltage. Now some of you might say, well, we can do that on all cards, can't we? Um, the thing is, from what I've heard at least, it tricks you into think that you are increasing voltage, but it doesn't
mm.
actually allow you to an NVIDIA graphics cards. But this BIOS allows you to do so, and so far people have gotten it up to 1550 megahertz on the core.
I believe isn't this car isn't this car isn't
Yeah.
this card 12 gigabytes? That's just
12 gigabytes
insane.
RAM, like I doubt any game can take it up, even on like triple monitor 5K.
Yeah, so that
And
is
then like
that's definitely 12, isn't it? Not 8.5 or
not
five and a
11
half.
and a half. That's something weird. No, I think
Yeah,
it's fully enabled. So far, no issues. I mean,
yeah,
after 970, I guess they would kind of make it a standard test to see if all the VRAM was enabled.
yeah. I hope that they haven't tried to do something dodgy again.
Yeah.
Um,
But also, another thing about the TitanX, apparently the double precision performance, which is kind of the selling point of the Titan, is not as good as it should be.
oh.
It's it's kind of being advertised as a semi workstation, but also high-end gaming card.
Mm.
But from what I've heard, double precision performance, which is the professional part of it, is not as good as it should be.
Well,
Um,
I think, I mean, people that do make professional content aren't going to be as bothered for going for the latest graphics card anyway. Because I mean, like the old Titan is still a really good card for
yeah, I
making
think even the
professional.
old Titan beat the new Titan X in double precision.
Yeah,
But
I think,
not
but
sure.
people aren't going to be as bothered. I mean, yeah, I guess, and also it's going to be more money. So people like that just literally want their cards for editing aren't probably going to be as bothered. And I think there's more, there's cards that are aimed 100% at video editing and things like that, which I think would probably be better. Um, but yeah, have you got a link for the Titan X? I think.
It is a Danish link, so I doubt you'll understand it. Of course, I'm from Denmark, so I understand it. But this guy says something about the card is not in the proper category because it is missing some of the double precision performance. And in other words, it's just a overpriced gaming card.
That isn't good.
So
Well,
interesting, but let's talk about another NVIDIA graphics card.
just taking a quick peek just before we go on to the next card about
Oh,
the Titan X. I'm on the GeForce website here just to
yeah.
see what kind of, because apparently this year, I'll just put it back into the Skype just so you can check it out. By the way, guys, any links that we talk about or discuss on this podcast will be in the description, hopefully. So you can check those out and follow along. Apparently, the Titan X had a kind of talk. I mean, they always say it with their cards, oh, this is the best card. And it's just kind of interesting to see what they say about this card because then if you look back at the 980, it says pretty much the same thing, which is sort of interesting.
Ultimate graphics card combines latest technologies and performance of blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Basically, everything that they can use to sell more of the cards.
I wonder if they just copied that from the 980. I mean, there obviously is a big difference in performance here, but even still,
Yep.
they use. I mean,
The Titan X, I believe, is a almost fully enabled GM200, so not the 204 that the 980 uses.
mm,
And I've heard it's about 50% faster than 980, which is
wow.
like really good performance. I thought the 980 was really the, I guess you could say the limit of
Mm,
graphics card performance,
yeah.
single graphics card performance. But no.
I mean, that's very good. I mean, if you think about the price of this card and the price of the 980, and thinking that two 980s would be about the same performance as one Titan X, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I think picking up one Titan X is probably cheaper than two 980s. And also, I think some games won't support the SLI, so yeah, I think that's definitely the way to go if you've got the money. Just something I've noticed now that's kind of funny is if you look down on this page where it says 4K, there's a the Watch Dogs guy. Not quite sure why they've got him in there. Seems a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So, as I can remember, Watch Dogs was a really good game.
But it kind of died after you won the campaign, whatever
Yeah.
you call it.
Yeah.
Do you want to move on?
Yeah. Should we check out the 9? I think maybe should we leave the 980 Ti till a little bit later?
Oh, okay. Then let's talk about something you want to talk about.
Well, I guess we may as well move on to some games again. Which of course, for some reason I put. Oh no, I thought I'd put Witcher 5, which would be interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's going to be a few years before it's here,
Yeah.
if it will ever come.
I think somewhere I do have the link here, which is some Witcher 3 gameplay, and I have to admit it does look amazing on PC. I mean, this video quality isn't the best, which I think is probably because it is being recorded from a TV or where the developers have presented the game. It's not the best quality. I mean, if you just check it out, I'll play at the same time as you, I guess.
The 2-minute long one.
It's the if you just yes, it's the 2-minute long
Okay,
one.
and you make sure that the people can see it, right?
Yep, they can see it.
Good. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Right.
What do you think? Beautiful or not? That's a big world. That's a lot of leaves.
And
Yeah,
oh,
it's not even on the highest
I mean, it's
setting.
quite hard to.
Looks pretty good, and they even say that it's like not the highest setting.
Yeah. It just the light. I mean, that shadow. I don't think there's any of the games that have shadows like that.
But that actually makes me wonder. Also how his hair bounces. That's kind of next gen. Nah, I haven't really seen anything bounce like that, so I'm guessing it's some kind of physics.
Yeah.
But it makes me wonder, is this DirectX 12? Because I've heard DirectX 12 actually makes it possible to do things like that. So, will it support DirectX 12? We don't know.
I'm guessing it will. I think there's a high chance. I mean, it looks so good. I mean, I think the game, like, it reminds me of Skyrim for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Not in terms of the graphics, but in terms
I'm
of
guessing
the actual.
that old kinda medieval warfare,
Yeah.
just more fantasy into it.
But it just, like, the shadows and the lighting, I think, are the main part that make this game look really good. Have you seen, like, the sun, I think, is setting in this clip, and you can just see the light passing through the trees just there. Wow.
Yeah.
So I think lighting, they've just, I mean, the actual graphics of the game without the lighting don't seem, well, anything above normal for these kind of games, but just the lighting makes it just that one step further, which I think just really does make it a good game. I don't know whether I'll be picking it up or not.
I don't think I will. Today I actually played The Witcher 2, and it's so damn hard. Like, I've never been good at fighting games, and this is kind of like a fighting game.
Yeah.
And even on easy mode, I am terrible at it.
To be honest, I don't really like the kind of games that include things like magic stuff. I think I like the sword
I like the
fighting.
magic part of it, but it's just a slight bit too hard, in my opinion.
Yeah, it seems like the kind of game that probably takes a while to master. Like compared to a first-person shooter, where after just playing for a week or so, you can really get a good idea of how to play it. But this looks like the kind of game that's probably going to take a hell of a lot longer than that. So yeah, not sure I'll be picking that up. So I don't know what you want to move on to next. I guess we can go on to Hardline.
Yep. So Battlefield Hardline has been released, and I don't know what to say about it. We played the beta, and it was fun, a lot of fun on Hotwire, but it still needs a lot of balancing, even in this full version. I've heard about a lot of gun balancing being really far off. I don't know. I don't think I'll get the next Battlefield just because last time I got a Battlefield turned into shit.
Yeah, I think Battlefield 4, I mean, the launch wasn't brilliant. I mean, it's even up until, like, about 3 months ago, it was still having problems. I mean,
I still have the graphic glitch on, I think, the Dawnbreaker map.
Oh, yeah.
There's a graphic glitch the same place every time. After 1.5 years, I think it has been. Still there.
It kind of makes me wonder if all that time, instead of trying to fix Battlefield, they were focusing on this. And I'm still not. I mean, the story. Apparently, the single player is not very good. It doesn't seem realistic, to be honest.
Yeah. Apparently, it's a detective with a load of handcuffs, and he just decides to go in without backup or anything.
Yeah, and that doesn't seem realistic.
It would have been better, say, maybe SWAT game instead of detective.
I think, SWAT would have definitely been a better route for them to go down. But, I mean, to be honest, the multiplayer was fun, especially on the beta. But whether the game's actually... I might pick it up later in the year if it's on sale. To be honest, I'm not going to rush to get it, though, because I don't think it looks particularly good. Especially not compared to what games are currently coming out. So, yeah. I don't know. The guns look good though, and I mean, Battlefield is always kind of known to be one of the best graphical games each year.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I haven't really found any of the Battlefield games to be revolutionary in
Mm.
graphics
Well,
and just in general demanding but not good looking.
I think
There's a lot of bugs.
they aren't like the best looking games. They're not like Assassin's Creed in terms
Yeah.
of graphics, but I think they still do look they look good and perform well. I think the games that I've had the most fun on Battlefield, and it's one of the games I've had the most fun on, and the graphics have been really good on. So it's just something I've kind of noticed. But no, I think it's the game looks good, but the actual I mean I think if they'd added maybe I think they have team deathmatch. I'm guessing they have team deathmatch.
Yeah, they should have.
All the Battlefield games have team deathmatch really, but I think as long as there's some decent game modes and the maps are alright, although Battlefield maps are normally really good, so I don't know, maybe I'll pick it up later in the year. I'm not sure yet. But no, overall, yeah, I don't know to be honest. It's expensive as well. Still like what, 50 quid? If you want to pick up the collector's edition, it's like 60.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
Origin.
I think it's 30 quid where we usually get it at oneplay.com.
Yeah, oneplay.com is definitely a great place to get
Buy
games
games.
from. I mean, how much
Yeah,
is...
I've always gotten my games from them, and I've saved quite a bit of money from that.
I mean, it's normally like, what, 20% off? Maybe more than that?
Yeah, like usual launch titles. I mean, games launch at maybe 60 quid, I believe.
Yeah,
And
no.
on OnePlay they always seem to be 30 quid. So
Yeah.
like 50% at launch, and then...
Yeah, and then the games kind of go down, but yeah. I think Battlefield 5 is probably the next Battlefield game I'll probably be playing. I think this is kind of a smaller game compared to...
I really like the Hotwire game mode though. Like if the game drops in price as much as Battlefield 3 and 4 did, I might get it like at the end of its lifetime.
Yeah,
Because Hotwire is just the game mode.
no, it was good. I remember when we used to camp in that tunnel and like ambush
Yeah.
people. That was good. I think it gives it like a good feel. I think the whole war combat tank thing has kind of been done too much, and I think kind of moving the Battlefield. I mean, pretty much all the Battlefield games have been like that: RPGs, tanks, and stuff like that. But I think moving it to more of a urban combat, more realistic. Well, at least the multiplayer, more realistic scenario is definitely a better way to go. At least for now. But in the future, maybe not. I just hope they don't do another game like Hardline 2 or something.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't.
not really.
Yeah, I think this is more of a
A lot of
one-time
people
thing.
have been skeptical against that cops and robbers because it's not the original Battlefield thing with wars, China versus Russia versus the US. But I think it's fine. I mean, it's a shooter. I don't really care about law hardly
Yeah.
at all.
I think the playability is the main thing. I mean, the storyline, no matter how it goes, I mean, and the multiplayer, I think as long as it's fun, that's the main thing. I
Yep.
think it doesn't really matter how realistic it is. I mean, it could be like Elmo in like, I don't know, a sausage suit running around. I mean, it'd still be fun to play. I mean, even if it's not realistic, it's still fun to play. All the Battlefield games, to be honest, have been pretty fun to play. So yeah. I'm trying to think what other games are coming out in the next... I mean, it seems at the moment as if the game industry has kind of not gone downhill or anything, but there seems to be a bit of a gap in games coming
Yeah.
out, apart from, of course, like relaunches like GTA.
Yeah.
So I think, well, there's The Witcher3,
I mean,
although...
I think the pretty much only real big launch of games right now is GTA 5, The Witcher 3.
Yeah, I think, and Hardline's just passed.
Yeah, Hardline was not as big of a launch, so...
Yeah. I guess, should we move back to the 980 Ti?
Yes. So, pretty much the last topic, 980 Ti. It has been rumored from a Danish site, so the link is of course going to be Danish. If you want an English link, you will have to find it yourself. But it is rumored to be about 10% faster than the TitanX. Of course, doesn't have that double precision weirdo thing as the TitanX has, But it has 6 gigabytes of VRAM. How many is that? 5.5? I don't know. Hopefully the full 6 gigabytes.
Yeah.
And it is rumored to be released at Computex in June this year. So
The main thing I'm wondering now.
if it's like this, if it has the same price as the 780 Ti was at launch and kind of drops all other prices, this is going to be a great card. It's faster than the TitanX. It's fully gaming card. All that we could wish for.
I'm guessing that it's probably going to be faster than the 980, but not keeping up with the TitanX.
It's just 10% faster, Jacob.
Even
Please.
still, though.
Please.
Wait,
Like,
10% faster
even though it's
than
rumors,
the TitanX.
10% faster than the TitanX.
That's crazy, because, I mean, although, then again,
mean,
thinking back...
but thinking back, yeah, the 780 beat by Titan beat by 780 Ti.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing 980 Ti is kind of more fully unlocked than the TitanX, and the TitanX is actually not fully unlocked. I don't know.
I'm just
Going to be
looking
interesting.
now, see if there's some benchmarks.
No, it's just rumors, so there shouldn't be any benchmarks.
Not for the 980 Ti. For the 780 Ti, I'm just looking at how it stood against the...
Black was not the first Titan.
yeah, I mean against the... Because, I mean, the Titan Black came out
Original
after.
Titan.
Or as the original Titan as well. That I think that is... Right, let's see. Here it is. These are in SLI. The GeForce GTX 780 Ti in SLI is... Oh, that's wattage. Why is that wattage?
So good at finding links, Jacob. Okay, so something happened and we stopped recording, so we are just going to continue from our topic about the TitanX 980 Ti and, of course, that stuff. So from the old cards, the old Titan and the 780 Ti, the 780 Ti was also about 10% faster than the old Titan, so I mean it's pretty similar, and it would be a pretty legit room. So finishing that topic and starting on something else. Skylake is... So Skylake is one of Intel's architectures of their future CPUs, and apparently it's going to be about 30% more efficient than Haswell. So for an example, rendering 30% faster at the same clock speed as Haswell. So it's going to be interesting. I did expect that people have been saying that Skylake would be the big performance improver. So
I think it's going to be interesting. It's also going to be very expensive.
I actually don't think so.
You don't
I think
so?
it's like prices are already rising, so I think they'll just stick to the current prices. Like at least in Denmark, prices of i7s and i5s have really been rising. So
I think now they're rising, but I think when Skylake is released, they will probably, the prices of the other chipsets will probably drop down, I'm guessing, which will be kind of good for me if I still want to go X99 or even Z97, because the price will hopefully drop.
yeah.
Hopefully, keyword. But no, I mean, if it does, then that will be brilliant, because, I mean, X99, I mean, you'll get, like, some of the higher-end chips coming down so much that people won't even be bothered about Skylake. But who knows? I haven't really looked into the price of, like, last year's chipset and what how that went. But I can only but hope that it will be good.
So like, this is just a rumor. Of course, there's going to be a link to it. I've also just done a small look at the thread.
Okay.
But something about those 30%. So, do we have any more topics, Jacob?
I think the last thing that I just want to talk about is just about the actual podcast itself. I think we're going to try and keep the episodes within about half an hour to start off with, just to keep it interesting and not kind of drone on too much about stuff that people maybe don't want to hear. Anything that we talk about, we're going to have the links in the description, so you guys can go and check those out. And Also, just want to talk about the KillerTech Twitter, which is now hopefully working by the time you guys watch this video. And basically, it's a Twitter account for this channel, and it's going to have all the videos uploaded. So if you guys want to follow us on there, and you will see all the latest videos and when they come out. If you don't want to keep checking YouTube, so that just kind of makes it easier. And also, I'm probably going to talk about more stuff and ask for suggestions for video ideas, see what you guys want to actually see on this channel, and interact with you guys a lot more on there. So don't forget to check that out. That'll also be linked in the description. So yeah, that's basically it. Is there anything else you want to add?
Yes, it's Easter, so chocolate. Eat, everybody. Grab a snack right now. Eat some chocolate.
Was it
Just before this podcast ends. And now I would like to say something about me. Of course, I'm not a native English speaker. I'm from Denmark. But my English is still improving, hopefully. So, like, if it's hard to understand me, let me know. I can try and fix it. I still have plenty of years to fix it. I mean, I'd love to improve.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully, we've made a pretty good podcast. So we obviously, like I said, every weekend we will do this. Hopefully, because I've got somebody.
That's
trying to
what we
persuade me.
expect.
Yeah.
But we might skip some weekends in the beginning. Just trying to make it good quality over quantity.
Yeah, we're going to try and make a podcast that's interesting. We don't want to just make a podcast for the sake of it. So if there's not one, that's either because for some reason one of us can't do it, or there's nothing interesting to talk about, because we're not going to do a podcast for half an hour where we just talk about one thing. So yeah, like I said, let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about or cover, and I will see you guys in my next video.